Welcome to Mr. Beefy's Boxing, or just Beefy's Boxing, where we cover all kinds of boxing news and boxing subjects, where we have the meats by the pounds and covers the fights by the rounds. Before we jump into the video, be sure to like and subscribe so we can get the channel out to as many as possible. Now, on to today's topic. So, what the fuck is going on with Manny and Mayweather? This is coming out of a report that got posted yesterday. Yeah, it was April Fool's, but, old Mayweather, he don't play about no money, so I'm taking this as pretty genuine. Let's talk about what's going on. So, first of all, their first fight, Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao, the first one, billed as Fight of the Century or Battle for Greatness, had taken place on May 2nd, 2015, so going on a good 11 years ago. Mayweather ended up winning the fight with two judges scoring it 116 to 112 and another one scoring it 118 to 110. Most people do agree that this fight happened way too late and they was both past their prime, and Manny had already suffered knockouts, and this fight, it should have been happening a lot sooner than when it did take place. Floyd went on to retire a few fights later, with Manny continuing to fight up until this day. And he has an impressive record with 62 wins, 39 of them coming by knockout, only suffering 8 losses, 3 of them by knockout, and having 3 draws on his record. He has put in a lot of work for this sport. And despite all the loss and his age, he still fights fairly decent opposition. He recently had a draw with Mario Barrios. Before that, he did lose to Dennis Ugas. He ended up beating Keith Thurman, Adrian Broner, and he even got Tim Bradley too. And that brings us to the subject of the second fight supposedly falling apart. People are reporting that it has to do with the record, it being an official match, that's causing the problem. Floyd doesn't want to risk that. He hasn't had a legit fight in years. I mean, everything has been exhibitions. The last big one that he was in that everybody got excited for was the McGregor fight, and we all know how that went. And it just feels like Floyd might be shifting the goalpost maybe. He doesn't want to risk it, which is funny because Floyd, he talks such a good game, he's so good and he's proud of it and shit, and he's quick to criticize people, but he's acting as if he's nervous to fight an old beat up Manny now. Is he actually concerned that Manny is going to be able to beat him? I just don't understand. If Manny wants to fight me so bad, then why does it have to be on the record? It just doesn't make sense. I just don't get it. I don't understand why it's a problem if he's so confident. And I don't even know if ring rust would be considered a real thing just because he's been doing all these exhibition matches. They're not very popular or covered often here recently, but he has been doing them, so the ring rust might not be there. And if he's also been training and sparring with Stevenson or Tank or any of them or Haney, then he's still semi-sharp, I would expect. But his team is apparently calling it an exhibition, and Pacquiao's team is insisting it's a pro fight. There's still time before the fight happens. We got till September, and I think he has to touch up with Mike Tyson until then, so who knows how this will actually turn out. Seeing how money is about money, if he really wants to generate a good purse, then he definitely needs to say it's a pro fight, because an exhibition match at this point in time in their life and career, it's not going to generate what he thinks it is. Anyways, let me know below, what do you guys think? Who do you think is going to win? What round? And how? Well, that was the final bell. The video is coming to an end. Before we end the video, I gotta say one more time, thank you so much for watching. Remember everybody, it's all about attitude. There is no progress without struggle, so stay in there. I've been your host, Mr. Beefy, and you all have been fantastic.
It's Mr. Beefy. Turn on after Beefy.